Hi, and welcome to another edition. And Budge, I want to get straight into talking about last one standing because the football has been interrupted, obviously, by the funeral and by these internationals. Sorry, someone's screaming in my ear. I don't know what's going on, but I'll keep going.
Yeah.
Last one standing starts again on the 1st.
Paul, yeah, we've got 31 entries that you say we restart on the 1st next Saturday, and then the new competition starts the same day. So everyone will be notified. They'll get the clip that we're talking about now, and obviously next weekend we start, and everybody will be up to date.
They're gagging to get their money.
Yeah,
they want to try and get it right, but it's been a tough one.
No, it hasn't been easy.
Budge, let's get our man Stevie B on the line. He's just about to go gallivanting in Europe.
Steve, good morning.
Good morning.
You packed the suitcases already, or did you pack them last night?
Yeah, all organised.
All right.
Lovely.
Steve, you'll be glad to know last one standing starts again next week. So you've got 10 days to study. I think I know who you'll be on. No, for the new one. Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll do better than I did the first time round a few weeks ago.
That's true. Steve, Nations League this weekend, and we have 4 Group A games on tonight. First game should be a cracker, Croatia-Denmark. How do you see it?
Yeah, I mean, Denmark, a strong side, but Croatia at home are an easy team. I've just got a feeling they could cancel themselves out. Yeah. But, Croatia probably just starts 5 favourites.
Yeah. France-Austria, the French haven't started off too well, but surely they've got to beat Austria.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, obviously with the players they have at their disposal, you'd expect them to win that. Yeah, and a team that fancies a chance in the World Cup, a game of Belgium, hosting a Welsh team. Another home victory for the Belgians? They should do, yeah. They haven't started as well as you'd expect. Obviously, they came unstuck against the Netherlands, but I think Belgium should win that. Yeah,
and the game I'll be watching, if it's on, but I'm sure it will be, was Poland against the Netherlands. I was looking at Louis van Gaal's record, 12 competitive games, 9 wins, 3 draws.
Because he's
with the Netherlands. You think they can remain unbeaten?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, obviously, Poland, if Lewandowski is available and plays well, he's always a threat. But, I mean, Netherlands are having a really good run and, they could still winning the group. I fancy the 2 in the Netherlands.
Yeah, me too. Steve, on to Friday. We'll get the betting up shortly. We'll go through the Nations League Friday, Saturday games. I know the teams that are playing Thursday play Sunday, and the teams on Friday play Monday. But we kick off with a team, I think, are absolute certainties, and they've drifted. Estonia at home to Malta. I know Estonia went into Malta and won 2-1 away. I think 8-10. It's actually 9-10 this morning. I think that's a gift, Steve. How do you see it?
Absolutely. I mean, Malta don't travel at all well. You'd really fancy Estonia. At 9-10, I think that's a really good price. Yeah,
they're in all our bets, and I'll be lumping on once I get out of the studio. Georgia against North Macedonia. North Macedonia played great to get into the Euros. They got beat by Portugal in the World Cup qualifying final, but they lost 3-0 at home to Georgia. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, I mean, Georgia have been a bit of a surprise package in this group. I mean, they're top of the table, and if they win this, they win the group and go up a league. I fancy Georgia to do the double over them. So I think it'll be close, but I think Georgia should just edge it. Yeah,
I saw 12-10 both teams to score, so that's my play in that particular game. Will the Germans be too strong at home against Hungary, Steve?
1-4.
You'd think so, but I mean, Hungary were absolutely superb in that game against England. England's sort of heaviest home defeat in a generation. I'm not quite sure why they should be as far out as 10-1 if they play like that. But again, the Germans always tend to get through. They do what they need to do, and I fancy them to just edge it. But I think it'd be, if Hungary can play as they did against England. I know England were poor that night, but I think it'll be a lot closer than the betting suggests.
Yeah, can you believe it? First against second, it's Hungary at top of the group, and they drew 1-1 in the first game. Steve, I can't have England. I just look at the players. I think 18-10 is a great bet, Italy. My heart's with England, obviously, but, I just look at the players. Harry Kane excited, Sterling's up and down. I look at Grealish, who may play, Mount struggling, middle of park, Declan Rice, Bellingham may play at the back, Harry Maguire, Shaw. I think Italy are a good bet at 18-10, Steve. Prove me wrong. What do you think?
Well, sadly, this is sort of do or die for England, because they lose this, they'll certainly finish bottom of the group and get relegated.
Yeah.
And it's not just people think, oh, it's not that important, but actually it means England could drop out as a seeded nation for the Euros next time. So there is a lot riding on it, but I think, as you say, it's all sort of gone wrong for them. I mean, he was sort of experimenting a bit, and it really hasn't worked. Yeah. And now he's got to find his best 11 soon, with available players ready for the World Cup. So yeah, it's disappointing. I can't see them winning. I mean, they might hold them, but I can't see them winning.
Yeah, they're playing at AC Milan Stadium, which is great. I think it'll be a humdinger tomorrow night. I'll be watching that.
AC Milan.
That's Giuseppe, or San Siro, or Giuseppe Meazza.
Yeah,
so it's a club ground as opposed to the Olympic Stadium. So I prefer that. Bosnia, Montenegro. Bosnia win this. They win the group, Steve. Do you think 7-10 is a fair price?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Montenegro in the past have been a sort of semi-decent side, but Bosnia have had a good campaign. I think they'll be too strong at home. Yeah,
Zeko's in form, and they win that. They're in the top tier, so plenty to play for the Bosnians. On to our second page, we've got Finland against Romania. Pookie hasn't been starting too often for Norwich. I'm sure he'll start here. You think the Finns can do it?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, Finland are having a reasonable campaign. Romania not as strong away from home. I think that's probably a fair bet to go with the home team.
Yeah, I think there'll be a few goals in there. I saw 12-10. Finland score over 1.5 goals. I think there'll be goals in that game. Now, Armenia, Ukraine. Now, what's the Ukraine last night against Scotland? First half, it was okay. Second half, that's the best I've seen Scotland play in years. Deservedly won 3-0. Could have been more. You think they'll rebound?
Two
free headers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Armenia are a pretty weak side, but Ukraine, as you say, Scotland played. Ukraine were a shadow of the side that outplayed Scotland in the World Cup qualifier. Yeah. I think that they should be too strong, but there was something lacking with their play. Once they went a goal behind, they just lost it completely, and Scotland thoroughly deserved it, as you say. So I think Ukraine will bounce back and win that. Yeah,
they should. Henrik Mkhitaryan, he's the captain of Armenia, so maybe he can do something. Slovenia, Norway. I'm all over the Norwegians here, Steve. Even money. I think they've got a full squad. You think they'll beat Slovenia?
Yeah, they should do. I mean, they're top of the group. They're playing really well, and obviously we know the potency of Erling Haaland. And if he's on fire, then I don't think that they'll be able to stop him. So I fancy a Norway win there.
Yeah, Soloth is well up front, and the Arsenal captain, the midfield boy, he's playing well. Slovenia, I don't know, haven't won in 4, so I fancy Norway at even money. Northern Ireland, Steve, haven't won a game in the group against the Kosovo team. They got beat 3-2 away by Kosovo. I think there's a chance for Northern Ireland to get off the winless record.
Well, I mean, potentially. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily make them favourites, clear favourites for sure. I mean, as I say, they haven't won in the group, and all they've done is drawn with Cyprus twice. So, Kosovo have got a chance here in the group. Cement second place. I fancy the Kosovans to at least hold Ireland.
You do know that there's a Lafferty that plays up front for Northern Ireland.
Never forget that, isn't it? There's no Braham up front for Kosovo.
I think Kyle Lafferty has seen better days.
Yeah.
Well, so's Paul Lafferty.
Anyway, big game Saturday night. Portugal against the Czech Republic. They're hard to beat, the Czechs at home, but can Portugal do it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at the players that they have available, majority of whom play over here. Yeah. I mean, if they're on song, you'd expect them to win. I know the Czechs have not had a bad campaign, but Portugal should be too strong. Yeah,
just it's hard to trust the Portuguese. Ronaldo doesn't come off. He plays 90 minutes, and it'll be interesting. Steve, last few games we've got Spain, Switzerland. Spain too good?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the Swiss are a decent side, but I think Spain, top of the group, I think at home they should win.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. Now, Scotland, who were impressive last night, will be looking to rebound, especially after losing 3-0 at the Republic of Ireland in June. This will be a tight game, Steve. How do you see it going?
Well, yes, and they're favourites to win the group. They're 2 points clear of Ukraine. I thought they were superb in the second half, thoroughly deserved, and they look very organised. You're not sure when you're going to get to the Republic. They apart from that win against Scotland, they've been pretty poor the last year or two.
Yeah.
I fancy of the two, the way they played, I think if they carry on like that, I think they'd be just a little bit too strong.
No, they should be, but the inconsistency haunts the Scots. Now the next game, Israel against Albania. Israel beat them 2-1 in Albania in June. I think 14-10 is a good price, Steve. How do you see it?
Yeah, I think Israel will be too strong. They've got one or two sort of decent players, as we know, and I think that having already beaten them once away, I think they'll be too strong when they play them the weekend.
Yeah, the key game for you this weekend is Serbia against Sweden, especially with Mitrovic starting up front for Serbia. You think he'll score a few?
Yeah, I think Sweden have not had the best campaign. I think that Serbia at home will definitely be favourites. And all we hope is that Mitrovic comes back unscathed. He's got an incredible scoring record for his country. We just don't want him to get injured. We need him. But I fancy them at home.
Yeah, it should be. Alexander Isak up front for Sweden. We'll see how he does. He's the new Newcastle striker.
Okay.
But I agree, Sweden have been woeful of late. And last but not least, Steve, Cyprus against Greece. 6-10 Greece?
Wow.
Yeah, they should be favourites. Cyprus, I say it's a sort of derby, but you'd expect Greece, they've got a 100% record in the group. You'd expect them to go there and get a result. I think it'll be close, but I think that Greece will win. All
right, Steve, there's no English championship and premiership football, so we go on to League One. We kick off, it's a Saturday lunchtime kick-off. We'll change the slide now. Forest Green at home to Exeter. What's your call?
Yeah, Exeter have just slipped up a bit recently. I thought they were going to sort of do a lot better. They went up with them. I think of the two, I still fancy Exeter, but I think they could probably cancel each other out.
Yeah, Forest Green.
Draw. Okay.
Forest Green Rovers came up as league winners and struggled ever since. Yeah. Now Barnsley were relegated, I think, last year against the Charlton side.
Yeah, I think that'd be a decent game. Barnsley have just on a little bit. Charlton have drawn most of their games this season, but Barnsley have just started to find a bit of form, and I fancy. I think it'll be close. I think there'll be goals, but I think Barnsley will just edge it.
Okay, Steve. Bristol Rovers versus Accrington Stanley. Shane Warne's cricketing. That's where he made his debut. Accrington Stanley.
Yeah. Where about?
That's in Preston. Near Preston.
Near Preston.
Bolton, Preston way, Lancashire. Steve, Bristol Rovers.
Well, they came unstuck last week. They conceded 6 at home to Lincoln, which was
that's a good one.
And they've struggled a little bit. I think of the two, I fancy Bristol Rovers to bounce back, but I think there'll definitely be goals. They score a lot, concede a lot.
Yeah, score draw for me as well. Now Morecambe, another Lancashire team at home against Cambridge United. How do you see it?
Yeah, I fancy Cambridge having a decent run. Morecambe are struggling, only 1 win this season. Yeah. I think of the two, I fancy Cambridge to get a result.
All right, Steve, on to the second page, Peterborough United, known as?
The Posh.
The Posh, definitely. Posh. Who's the manager there now? They seem to fire guys left, right and centre there.
Neil McCann, who he was previous, and they brought him back.
Okay.
They used to have,
and his assistant, he's got Simon Davis, the ex Tottenham and Fulham boy, who was he started at Peterborough, and he's back there as the assistant coach.
Who's Port Vale's most famous supporter?
You mean Robbie Williams?
Robbie Williams.
Very good. 10 out of 10.
I think he had a share in the club at one stage.
Did he?
I think he was a director of one stage.
Yeah, I think I read that. He said that he would never buy the club because he doesn't want to get all the abuse from the fans like most owners do. So you can't blame him for that.
No. At least he could do the. You fancy Peterborough?
Peterborough started the season, really well. Won their first few games. They've just sort of come unstuck a bit, lost a few. But I still think they should still start as favourites. But they've been very inconsistent. Yeah,
3 wins of the last 4 at home. But as you say, they've lost their last 4. So that's a doubt. Sheffield Wednesday, always hard to beat at Hillsborough. Will they beat Wickham?
They should do. Wickham have not started as well as you'd expect. They had a good season last season, but they're struggling a little bit. But Sheffield Wednesday going well. They fought back 2 down at home to Ipswich last week. Got a good brawl. So I fancy there'll be goals. They score a lot of goals at home, but I fancy them to win.
Okay, Shrewsbury Town against the Burton Albion team, who fired Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank last week, and I think they won in the EFL Trophy on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Shrewsbury, though?
Yeah, I mean, Shrewsbury should win. I mean, Burton, have lost 7 of their 9 games, but they did win their last league game. Having said that, Shrewsbury are not a bad side. I think there should be goals, and I fancy the home team.
All right, and last but not least, Steve, Plymouth versus Ipswich. 2 sides going great guns in League One. How do you see it?
Yeah, this will be a really good game. Ipswich top and unbeaten, Plymouth in the top 3, strong at home. There'll definitely be goals. They both score goals. But I fancy Plymouth at home. I just think it's a big game. They're expecting 20,000 crowd. I think it's going to have like a bit of a cup tie atmosphere, and I just think that Plymouth could just edge it. Okay,
nice to know. Steve, pressure time again. I know we've finished a little bit quicker than normal. I need your best bet and value bet, please.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Norway as my best bet. I just think it'll be far too strong. They got a pretty strong squad to pick from, doing well. And I just think I'm going to go for Plymouth. I think they're quite big odds for a team who are in the top 3.
Plymouth Argyle.
I know Ipswich are going well, but I'm going to go Plymouth and Argyle.
All right, Steve.
The boys in green.
Boys in green, yeah. I think they're the only team other than Forest Green Rovers. I think they also play in green now that play in green.
Plymouth Argyle.
I was tempted to go for Hungary at 10-1. The Germans tend to always pull it out the bag when they have to. But I remember when they played them
in the Euros.
And they were unlucky not to win that Hungary. But that should be a good game. Definitely be goals.
All right, Steve. Thanks again. Enjoy your holiday in Madeira, and we'll speak to you next Thursday.
Okay.
All the best, Steve.
Have a good one.
Thanks again.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Thanks, Stevie. Right, there we go. There's Stevie gone. Interesting. So we've now got to have a look at our soccer sixes.
Yeah, Paul. There's no GC pools this weekend.
No local football.
No local football. It's all international, Paul. So everything comes to a standstill.
Dylan Kerr fired.
Did he get fired? I haven't.
Dylan Kerr fired. I watched the report. His team is struggling at the moment in 14th, but last year he saved them from relegation, and this year he was pushed to the stands. I listened to saying it must be terrible managing that league.
I'll actually see him. I may see him this week, Paul, so I'll have a beer with him.
He'll have time. He'll have time.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
Anyway, Paul, here are the soccer exotics for Saturday. We start, see, in England. It's going the field in the Barrow-Leighton Orient game. I'm banking Sheffield Wednesday to beat Wickham Warriors. Defensa y Justicia, Wickham Wanderers, Next game is a game in Argentina. I'm going Defensa y Justicia, win and draw at home against Patronato. I don't see Northern Ireland losing at home against Kosovo. I've gone the field in the CA Sarmiento Arsenal Sarandi game, and I'm banking Norway to beat Slovenia 2-1-6. On to our other soccer six, I'm going Portugal to avoid defeat in the Czech Republic. I'm banking Israel to be too good at home against Albania. Going the field in the Scotland Republic of Ireland clash. Going Serbia, win and draw at home against Sweden. I'm going the field in the CA Independiente Newell's Old Boys game. And I'm banking LA Galaxy, who've got to win to get in the playoffs at San Jose Earthquakes. On to the soccer 10. I'm going San Lorenzo, win and draw at CA Lannis. Greece to avoid defeat in Cyprus. Portugal, likewise, away from home, win and draw in the Czech Republic. I'm going Israel, win and draw at home against Albania. Scotland to avoid defeat at home against the Republic of Ireland. On to our second page. I'm going Serbia, win and draw at home against Sweden. Banking Spain to beat Switzerland. CA River Plate to beat CA Toleras. CA Independiente win and draw against Newell Old Boys, and LA Galaxy to win at San Jose Earthquakes 256.
But is that where the Welshman's at?
No. He's at the other. He's at Los Angeles. He's not at LA Galaxy.
Okay.
On to the soccer 13. I'm going Serbia win and draw at home against Sweden. Banking Norway to beat Slovenia. Spain to beat Switzerland. Portugal, win and draw against the Czech Republic. Likewise, Scotland, win and draw against the Republic of Ireland. I'm banking Israel to beat Albania. Northern Ireland to avoid defeat at home against Kosovo. On to the second page, I'm banking Greece to beat Cyprus. RK Otterfold to beat Advittersburg. FC Trollhättan, win and draw away from home against BK Olympic. Oscar Hams, win and draw at home against Angel Homes. I'm banking St. Vikens to beat Haninga. and Tabby FK win and draw at BK Forward 256. On to our budgies bets for the weekend.
Budgies bets.
On Friday, I'm going Estonia to beat Malta, Bosnia-Herzegovina to beat Montenegro, and over 2.5 goals and both teams to score no in the Germany-Hungary game, which means Germany got to win 3-0, 4-0.
What happens if Hungary wins 3-0?
Then that's fine. We win the money.
Okay.
And that's 2,100 to 200. On Saturday, our Nations League treble, I'm going Israel to beat Albania, Norway to beat Slovenia, and Spain to beat Switzerland, and both teams to score yes, 3,100 to 200. Our team goals, I'm going Estonia, Norway, Serbia, and Spain, all to score over 1.5 goals. 13 to 1, 2,600 to 200 was our play. Our both teams to score sides are Georgia, North Macedonia, Czech Republic, Portugal, Scotland, Ireland, and Denmark, France. That's the Sunday game, 3,000 to 200. Our English League One treble, I'm going Sheffield Wednesday to beat Wickham, Barnsley to beat Charlton Athletic, and both teams to score yes, and both teams to score in the Plymouth Argyle Ipswich Town game, 2,500 to 200. And our Collis King, 6 on Nexa. I'm going Estonia to beat Malta, Bulgaria to beat Gibraltar, Germany to beat Hungary, Israel to beat Albania, Norway to beat Slovenia, and ending up with Spain to beat Switzerland, 3,600 to 200.
Well, that's very good, Budge, and I do like some of those bets.
Well, never easy, but, you know, we've got to have a dip, yeah?
Yeah, we've got to have a dip. And don't forget, the new last one standing starts on the 1st, and there are 31 people who have got themselves still in the hunt, even though it's getting much more difficult. Until next time, stay on side.